Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to unlock a seriously powerful tool that will make your English sound more advanced, more precise, and just way more natural. We are talking about mixed conditionals. We all do it, right? We look back on our lives and we think, what if I'd made a different choice? Where would I be right now? That exact question, that little trip into an alternate reality, that's the secret sauce to mastering what we're talking about today. All right, so let's dive into this. A mixed conditional is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're mixing time frames. See, unlike other conditionals that kind of stick to one time period, these sentences build a bridge between the past and the present. And this lets us express much more complex ideas about cause and effect. Now, take a look at this, because the contrast here is really interesting. On the left, you've got your standard third conditional. It's all contained in the past. A past action led to a past result. End of story. But look at the mixed conditional on the right. A past action, studying harder, creates a totally different present reality. That is the magic we are exploring today. So our first major pattern, I like to call this the sliding doors moment. Like the movie? It's all about looking back at one specific choice in the past and imagining how it completely changed the person you are today. And here is the structure to do it. Let's break this down. It's pretty simple once you see it. First, that if clause uses the past perfect, that's just had plus the past particle, to set up that different past action. Then, the result part uses would plus the basic verb to describe the different present situation that comes from it. Okay, let's really see this in action. Look at that first one. If I had studied computer science, I would have a better job now. See that clear link? The past action, had studied, leads directly to the present result, have a better job. Let's try another one. If we had saved more money, that's a past choice, right? It leads to this present reality. We wouldn't be so stressed about bills. So you see, this structure is just perfect for expressing regret or even just thinking about the path your life has taken. And this example just illustrates the point brilliantly. A single decision in the past, to move or not to move, has a real, ongoing consequence in their lives right now. This is exactly how you connect those past choices to your present realities. All right, let's switch gears and look at our second pattern. Now we're basically flipping the script. Instead of a past action changing the present, we're using a present fact about ourselves, our character, our personality, to explain a past event. I think of it as describing your own personal character arc. So let's look at the formula for this one. The if clause uses the simple past. But here's the little trick. It's actually describing a hypothetical present state. It's a quality about yourself that isn't really true. Like if I said, if I were a faster runner, when, let's be honest, I'm not. Then the result part uses would have plus the past participle to show how that personal trait affected a specific moment in the past. Let's see this in action. It'll make more sense. The first sentence, if I weren't afraid of flying, I would have visited Europe last summer. My present state, being afraid of flying, is the reason for a past outcome. Or look at the second one. If she were more organized, she wouldn't have missed the deadline. Her current lack of organization caused that past problem. It's a really fantastic tool for self-explanation, right? And this one is just a perfect example of giving advice or maybe reflecting on your own behavior. It's not about a single past mistake. It's got a current personality trait, impatience, that caused that past mistake. See how that adds so much more depth to your explanations? So you might be thinking, why are we spending all this time on grammar? Well, because this isn't just about passing a test. Mastering mixed conditionals, it's like getting a major upgrade for your communication skills. Honestly, it's a superpower. I'm serious, just look at what this unlocks for you. First, you can show cause and effect across time. You can express really complex emotions like regret. You'll start sounding less like a textbook and way more natural, more precise. It helps you tell better stories, whether you're in a job interview or just talking with friends. And yeah, it totally signals to everyone that you have a high-level command of English. Every single one of these is a huge step up. Okay, now with great power comes the potential for a few little mistakes. But don't you worry, we're going to make sure you sidestep these common traps so you can use your new superpower correctly every single time. Okay, this is the number one mistake, so let's lock this in right now. In a conditional sentence, would belongs in the result clause. It never, ever goes in the if clause. The if part gets the past perfect or the simple past. That's the rule, period. This one is all about logic. It just has to make sense. If you're talking about yesterday, a specific time in the past, your verb needs to reflect that past result. Would have passed. If your result is happening now, you need a time marker, like now or today. Just make sure your timeline adds up.
And this right here might be the most crucial takeaway of all. Your choice of conditional completely changes the meaning. The third conditional on the left, that's about one specific past event that led to one specific past result. But the mixed conditional, that's about how your entire life would be different right now. Choosing the right one is absolutely key to being understood correctly.
And that brings us to the end. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Using the structures we've just learned, what's one past decision that if you had made it differently would mean you'd be in a completely different place right now? Really think about it. It's the absolute best way to practice. Thanks for joining me.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon for more. Don't miss out on our next video. Want to master American English? Find amazing book links in the description below. Thanks for your support.